Good evening, Facebook family, social media family, and to the 7.5 billion people on the planet. Hope that your day is amazing. I hope that the goals that you set, the things that you aspire to do, that you'll get in out there and you accomplish them with people in your favor or against the odds. The main thing that we need to try to understand as people is the world around us is changing every single day. And technically, as far as a universal standpoint, there's nothing that we can really do about that. But our individual goals, our individual aspirations, those are the things that help mold us into the person that we want to be. And we have so many examples of what it takes to find that extra energy to do what's necessary. But like Eric Thomas say that you don't have that dog, you don't have that fight unless somebody push you in a corner to make you fight. You should wake up every morning wanting to fight for what you feel is yours, because like they say most of the time, human beings are not going to give you anything. But I put a little caveat with that. If you're willing to try something and people see you're trying, then those people are willing to help you, because you're not the person that just talk about things. You're the one that actually get out and make things happen. This universe is really based upon the principle of making things happen. Although things are in perpetual motion every day, this universe was set up to be in action. You were born in action. You were created in the womb for 9 months in action. And after 9 months, your mother delivered you here, and then that begins another set of action where she or they have to take care of you to make sure that you were doing okay in the world that you're in. But when you begin to have some sense of idea of what you are and what you want, then it becomes relevant for you to acknowledge the simple fact that what am I here for? When you're really young, you can't really see that, but there has to be something that clicks inside of you that says, well, I need to try this. And sometimes our parents, our friends, and sometimes ourselves, we even hold ourselves back from what could be greatness for a lot of us. And nobody's going to give you your greatness. Nobody is going to even give you your goodness unless you can find that in yourself and make the world respect what you're trying to do every single day of your life. We set a standard for ourselves that is really beneath our means, but we really think that we're doing something when we know deep down we can stretch ourselves. And if you're stretching yourself, then you're stretching yourself to be a better person for the next generation. A lot of times when we do something, we do it with the idea that if we can build a great financial success for ourselves, we can come up with a great formula for success, then we want to share that with people. That's why we have so many coaches, life coaches in the world. That's why we have so many motivational speakers in the world. That's why we have so many self-help people, because 7.5 billion people are yearning to free themselves up enough to chase their dream. And if you're able to free yourself up to chase your dream, then you have to realize that you just can't go chasing it. Well, you can, I modify that. You can, but it's going to take techniques and steps and motivation when things are not really working for you to determine that I really got to stay this course. I may have to work 2 jobs and do my passion on the side, or I may just sacrifice everything and just do my passion until I can make it work. There are so many different lanes for you to get in to try to accomplish that, but there's just one lane only, and that one lane is the dream and goal that you have set for yourself. You must challenge yourself. Antonio T. Smith teaches this all the time, that you have this ability that he calls the law of attraction, and Napoleon Hill, and everybody talks about this, but you have the ability to attract what you want in your life. But Tony Robbins say, when you talk about the law of attraction and you talk about trying to accomplish your goal, you're going to have challenges. And the first challenge that I think you're going to have is internally, because you're going to doubt yourself. And then when you project that out on other people, then you're going to have it externally, because those people are going to look at you and measure you and say, you don't have the confidence to believe in what you're doing, so why should I? But when you can become absolute in your mind, and then you can write that down as to the steps that you're going to take, ladies and gentlemen, you change the whole course of your life. And it doesn't matter if you get it today. It doesn't matter if you get it tomorrow. But you got to understand that you got to start with that step today. And that would take you into whatever chronological aspect of time that you want to achieve that. And most of the time we live in the fact that we don't want to start. And we get mad and upset with other people that are doing the very thing that they want to do with their lives, but we're not doing what we want to do with our lives. So we're sitting on a level of self-destruction internally. And as I say this before, time is not going to wait on you. It's not going to wait on me. It's not going to wait on your children. So if you get to be 50 years old and you didn't accomplish your dream, then hey, there has to be somebody to blame, right? Because that's all what we want to do. And you can't blame God for it, because if he gave you 50 years or she gave you 50 years, then you should have figured out what you need to do to make that work. And we're all in this same pool together. And the thing that I appreciate about this country, even though it has a rough history, a really rough history, you still in the point where you can wake up every morning and pursue the very thing that you think that you want. You still can put yourself in a position to be a winner in the goals that you set, not the goals that your neighbor set, not the goals that somebody far away from you have set, but the goals that you set, the things that you say that this is what I can accomplish to make my life better. And I set out to do the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. And my thing is, I have my nicks and bruises to show for, but I don't want to give up, because I think my brothers and sisters believe in me. I think they really feel that I have the ability to do that. So when people believe in you, then if you really embody the fact that people are believing in you, then you have to turn that into an action and do things so that they can really see that you're really trying. And every time I would get up, I would get knocked back down. I'm going to share this with you. When I lost my mom, I really lost that balance. I say this all the time, but it's just so true to my life. And I'm pretty sure that if you love your mother, or you love your child, or you love your father, and somebody passes away on you in the process of going for what you want, then that has a tendency to distort what you're pursuing. And that is what happened to me. But luckily for me, I began to write poetry, and I published the 10 books on behalf of my mother, because she meant that much to me. I just couldn't write myself out of the pain that I was in, and couldn't show her what level of appreciation I had for her. And when I published my books for her, I published them in the sense of, I know physically she's not here, but spiritually, if she's watching over me, then she has to know that her son is still pursuing what he was after. And I say to you, you got to challenge yourself. Whatever it is you're pursuing, it may still be hard, but if it's still something that's inside of you, you can't give up, right? You still got to know that this is what you must pursue until your eyes close. And when my mom departed, I felt that that was the only gift that I could give her by her not being here. And my brothers and sisters appreciated that. And I'm working on my last series. And it's a 6-volume series that I'm going to dedicate to my entire family. I got this format in mind. Once I close up the last one and I begin to look for publishers for the work that I've completed, it's dedicated to my entire family. And if I'm 99 years old and I pass away, I want to make sure that they know that I really appreciated them for believing in me. So today I want to challenge you, ladies and gentlemen, just do me one favor. Believe in yourself first. Just start right there. And when you believe in yourself and you get that confidence, well, write down what you want to do. And when you write it down, just make sure that you go forward and execute it, because that's going to be the most vital point. You can believe in yourself all you want. That's not going to manifest anything. But when you write it down and you hold yourself to the fire for each step that you take, then you begin to get some gratification out of life. You begin to get a sense of fulfillment. And your goals don't have to be astronomical. Just make them real simple. Make them real plain. And make them where you know that these steps that you're taking, they're to make your life better. And if you begin to make your life better, you can make other lives better as well. Once again, I thank you guys for dropping by. I would like for you to like and share this video. Maybe other people see it and be inspired by it and be encouraged by it. And I just want you to stay encouraged with your life. Because remember, you only got one life to live. And after that, you'll be on the other side of the planet. And then you'll be able to chill. But then there will be no more you here. So make the most of it. Once again, peace.